Welcome back, everybody. Borden720 here. We are currently in Series 6. This is going to be the autumn season. This week's cars are going to be your McLaren 765 LT. You're going to win that at 20 points. And the legendary car for this week is going to be the Ferrari Enzo. That's going to be 40 points. Your series progress is going to be the Honda NSX-R GT at 80 points and the Ford GT40 at 160 points. And so for the autumn season, let's see what we got here. So our weekly car is going to be the 94 Mazda MX-5. That's going to be a Miata. We'll see what we got to do here just in a minute on that. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to everybody who's been coming back on a regular basis. I appreciate every one of you guys. Thank you for all of the subs and all the likes. Tremendously helps the channel. So thank you guys. If you haven't subbed yet, please hit that blue square down in the bottom right corner. That's going to get you the alerts every week when I put up my new videos. So thank you so much for that. And let's see what we got here. So we got our unbeatable race. We got 2 event labs again this week. So those are always fun. We have a speed zone, a drift zone, a trailblazer, and a seasonal championship. We also have a treasure hunt. Those are always fun. Those are one of my favorite videos to make. So I love trying to figure that out. So I will make that video here in a couple of days. So hopefully you guys come back to check that out. We got a photo challenge, and we have just a couple of random things. We got our normal eliminator, 30 or better in the Battle Royale. Horizon Open Dust Off, complete all dirt racing Horizon Open custom race. Not quite sure what that is, but we will have to check that out. And then the Drift Club is back. That is a monthly, so you have all month to do that. You're going to win your Ford Mach-E 1400 and then your clean lap on the Emerald Circuit. So that's what we've got for this week. So without further ado, we do have the daily challenges here too. So keep your eyes on those. That way you can get all of your points. So without further ado, guys, here we go. Let's go ahead and get in this Mazda and get our Chapter 1 out of the way. Chapter 1 is always going to be own and drive. So let me go get in the Mazda, and I will go get to the paint shop. I will get this week's skin. We'll see who the lucky person is this week to provide the skin for the challenge car. So I will be right back. Alright guys, so here we go. This is the paint job that I went with this week for my challenge car. It says Voltex here on the side. Voltex Racing 10 Garage or Zen Garage. Got it. LTO, I'm assuming that stands for Live to Offend. Not sure what that means, but Live to Offend on the back. It looks like we also got a YouTube channel here. YouTube.com/StuiDesign, StuiiDesign. That is the creator of this paint job, so they got a YouTube channel. So go check out that channel for him or her and see what that's all about. I will definitely head over there and check that out. Give him or her a sub and a like. So always appreciate that. So there it is. This is going to be the paint job that I'm running this week for the challenge car. Thank you, Stewie. I'm assuming it's Stewie, S-T-U. It could be Stu, but thank you, Stu. I will give you some credit here on my video. I'll drop a link to your page down in the description. Without further ado, here we go. Let's get this challenge out of the way. Okay, so challenge number 1 is just own and drive. So once you do that, there it'll pop up at the bottom. Just get in the car, drive it. Let's see what part 2 is. So chapter 2, release your inner tuner by upgrading your 94 Mazda, then take it to the track and win 3 Class A road races. Alright, so let me go hit this, get this guy jacked up to a A-class. We'll get these races out of the way. Okay, everybody, I am back. I got a A-class build on this Miata here. So let's go ahead and find us a road race. So looks like we're closest to this guy here. This is going to be the uphill on the Volcano. This is the Vulcan Sprint, so let's go ahead and get that going. Alright guys, we are here in the race. This is the Vulcan Sprint. I've got this car tuned to an 800. Don't forget, if you're having trouble winning these races, go to your difficulty settings and change your Drivetrain difficulty as low as you need to win the race. That will help you win a little bit easier. So let's see how this tune is. Looks like it's going to be a little bit wet. If you've watched any of my videos, you know that I like all-wheel drive, so should still have pretty decent traction here. This car is really light, and because of that it takes off pretty quickly, which is nice because I don't know about you, but if I race online, I do not like to be in the back of the pack, because that's where all the riffraff is and that's where all the accidents happen. So let me go ahead and get some of these races out of the way and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so we got those 3 races out of the way. Should see it pop up. There it is. MX5 Cup complete. So let's see. Chapter 3. Paint the body of your 94 Mazda MX5 to get ready for your close-up. So it sounds like Chapter 4 is just going to be a photo. That should be super easy. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to go paint this car. But don't worry, I will reapply your skin for you, Stewie. Don't worry about that. I will put it back on. But let me get to the paint shop here because that's the next chapter. Alright, chapter 3 is pretty easy. Just hit that paint shop, paint the car any color you want, and that should hopefully pop it up for us. Yep, there it is. Freshen up. Perfect. And the final chapter is with new upgrades and new paint job. Take a picture of your... Alright, perfect. So let me go get Stewie's paint job back on here and I'll be right back. We'll get that photo. We'll be all done. We'll get back in the garage and I will show you guys what I've got for a build on this week's car. And honestly, it's a pretty decent little build. I might do a little bit of tuning on it, but for the most part, every race that I ran was pretty easy to win, and that's on highly skilled, and it was pretty easy. So let me get this paint job back on here. We'll go get a photo. We'll get to the garage. I'll show you what I got. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get this photo with the Volcano in the background. Any photo will be fine. Just make sure you get your proper car. And once you snap that photo, just go ahead and back out. And there it is, guys. Weekly challenge car complete. Just snap that final photo and that does finish it off for you. So let's go ahead and get here in the garage and show you what I got. Alright, we are in the garage, so let's go ahead and see what we've got for tune here. I went with the 6.2 liter V8 engine, all-wheel drive. That's going to give you a good launch and acceleration. And I went with the centrifugal supercharger. As far as downforce, I put downforce on the front. I went with the Forza Horizon 5 Racing front bumper. And I also went with the Forza Horizon Racing rear wing. That's going to allow you to adjust the downforce on the front and the back. I have the stock rear bumper. I have the stock side skirts. And I did upgrade the hood. Tire package, I went with the Street Tire Compound. I went with the widest front tires. Those are the 235 millimeter front tires. And then I went with the widest rear tires, the 265s. Rims, I went with the Dynamag 9 spokes. I have the stock rim size on the front and the stock rim size in the rear. As far as track width, I went with the widest front track width and the widest rear track width. There's your tire package. So let's see what we got on the drivetrain. I went with the Racing 7-speed transmission, the Racing driveline, and the Racing differential. As for brakes, I left those at stock. Suspension, I went with the Rally springs. I have the Sport roll bar in the front and the Sport roll bar in the rear. I did reinforce the chassis all the way up, and I did not lighten the car. As for engine parts, we've got the racing intake. We got stage 1 on the fuel system, stock ignition, stock exhaust, stock camshaft. We have stage 1 valves, stage 3 on the race engine block. Pistons are going to be stage 1. We've got the stage 1 on the supercharger, just the one it comes with. We have stage 1 on the intercooler and stock oil and cooling, and stock on the flywheel. So there's your parts list, guys. So let's go ahead and see what the tuning is. Tire pressures I set at 27 front, 24 in the rear. Gear ratio final drive at 239. I did not adjust any of the individual gears. Those should be all the same. If you want to pause the video right here, you can take a look at that and match them up. Just make sure that they're all the same, but they should be, because I do not think I changed those. As for alignment, my camber on the front is -3 and -2 in the rear, with a toe of 0.0 on the front and rear and a caster angle of 5.5. No adjustment on the roll bars. Spring rates on the front, 235 and 285 in the rear. Ride height maximum front at 7.6 and maximum in the rear at 7.6. Rebound stiffness 4.9 in the front, 5.3 in the rear. Front bump stiffness at 4.5 front and rear. My downforce on the front is at 166 and 243 in the rear. No adjustments for the brakes. And your differential settings are acceleration at 35% in the front, deceleration at 50% in the front, acceleration in the rear at 60%, deceleration at 50%, with a brake center balance of 63%. So there it is, guys. That is your tune for the week. That should get all of your challenges complete. Hit that like button if this video helped, because that's what helps me, and I appreciate it very much. Hopefully you appreciate this build and this tune and this video. So thank you so much, guys. If you have not hit that subscribe button yet, please do so. That'll be the blue box in the bottom right corner. That will help me out tremendously with growth on the channel, and it'll also give you an alert when I pop up a new video. So thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate you all for coming back and checking out my videos. Thank you so much, and I will see you on the next one.